So I'm going to talk about, my name is Javier Surieta. I'm going to talk about MERS, coronavirus. So the definition of this disease is that Middle East Respiratory Syndrome is an illness caused by a virus, more specifically a coronary virus called Middle East Respiratory Syndrome coronavirus. That's why the name. So most MERS patients develop severe acute respiratory illness with symptoms of fever, cough, and shortness of breath. About 3 to 4 out of every 10 patients reported with MERS have died. So the first report of this disease is in Saudi Arabia in September 2012. So the symptoms and complications are severe acute respiratory illness, as we talk about in the last slides. So we have fever, cough, and shortness of breath. And some people also can have gastrointestinal symptoms, including diarrhea, nausea, and vomiting. The complications are pneumonia and kidney failure. Very mortal for the patient. So in the transmission, we can see that, like other virus, it will be to spread from another infection person's respiratory secretions, such as throat coughing. However, the precise ways the virus spread are not currently well understood. So this is how this virus can go to one patient to another and to provoke all the symptoms that we talk about. In the preventions, for this we have to cover the nose and mouth with a tissue. We can avoid touching our eyes, nose, or mouth with unwashed hands, so it is important to keep our hands clean with alcohol or other substance that can make the same thing. Avoid personal contact, such as kissing or sharing cups or nearing utensils with sick people, and clean and disinfect frequently touch surfaces and objects, such as doorknobs. And for the last, in the treatment, we have not a specific treatment for this, but we can recommend to treat every symptom that the person can present. In the conclusion, we have that this MERS-CoV is a dangerous illness from the Arabian land with manifestations like several respiratory and gastrointestinal symptoms, and in this year there are poor information about this treatment and how to prevent it. But as we know, we have to prevent this having a correct clean of us and to treat every symptom that we can present. For the end, we have two videos that we can present. So in the second one is the same thing as we saw in the last video. It resumes all important things about this.
Symptoms include fever, cough, and shortness of breath. For many, those symptoms are followed by more severe complications.